right, and I can agree with you on some of those points, but of course, like usual, Eric, you're wrong. All right, Eric. So we back.
Hold up! Hold up!
Anyway, we're back with our second question right now. Okay, I don't know. You already 0-1, and you about to be 0-2 after this one. But okay, our second question for this episode is going to be: what is the best year in college? Your freshman year, your sophomore year,
when you
junior
graduate,
year, or your senior year,
when you graduate,
or your super senior year.
when you graduate. Yep.
When you
That's
graduate.
perfect. When you graduate.
All
When
right,
it's
go
all
ahead.
over.
Go
When
ahead and
it's all
explain, because
over.
you can only graduate your senior, your super senior year. So
Yeah, but
I
no,
guess that's
in realistic, it's your sophomore year. It's really your
sophomore year.
Yeah.
Aren't you just really just getting started though?
No, I wouldn't. I would not say that, because look at this. For some universities, some of the bigger universities, I'm thinking putting in consideration Greek life. At some of the bigger universities, you're able to cross the second semester or your freshman year, and if you do that, then you have your whole sophomore year to be on the yard, to be able to cross a line. And for some smaller universities, your sophomore year is when you're able to cross two. So, being in school, you've been going to all the parties and stuff like that. That is nice, and you get to experience that your freshman year. But then when it comes to your sophomore year, you get a whole new experience with that, and it's like you see everything in a totally new vision. And that it's not the same your junior year if you do it, but your sophomore year you get more time, and you get it's just I feel personally that was my best year, and I had the best time during the time. But you crossed your junior year, Najee, so you're young. You're young gold. You're young gold. That's what I call you. You're a young gold.
Hey, watch what you.
You're a young gold. Me? I crossed my sophomore year. I'm a pro fight. Najee, he's a Neo. He's a Neo. Yeah.
Are you done?
I'm just saying, but generally, I do think that you're able to experience a lot of incredible things and not have the stress of the hard things, the hard problems in your major. You might have some trouble, jumping into your major, and you might have some pain, some growing pains with that. But I do think that generally you're able to recover pretty well with those instead of your junior year or your senior year.
All right, I can agree with you on some of those points, but of course, like usual, Eric, you're wrong. The best year in your college days, and from my experience right now, my expert experience is gonna be your junior year in college. Of course, because I did cross my junior year, but also I just want to say, I think that it being your third year, or hopefully it being your third year in college, I think what that really does is set you up in a good position. Because I'm gonna say this: you have a little bit of room to work with. It's not like your senior year where everything's really on the line at that point. You're about to graduate. You may go into the workforce. You may go into the military, or you may continue to get your education and get a graduate degree, and so on and so forth. So kind of your back is against the wall your senior year. You really don't have time to be goofing off or playing and stuff. You may get a little bit of free time here and there, but really senior year is about the time to handle business. In terms of your freshman year, I think that you're just kind of getting started and everything. And everything's cool and it's fun there, but you really don't have the voice that or the influence that you would have later on, because you are just getting started. Most of the time you don't know as many people. You don't have as much bond with the people you know. Your network isn't as big as it's going to be closer to the end. And your sophomore year, and I will agree with Eric on this point, saying your sophomore year, I say, is definitely up there. I had a very enjoyable sophomore year. my friends were there, and we had a good time all in all. But to me, junior year is really like the one of the peaks and one of just the capital points, especially from my personal experience. And I say that for one of the main points I'm gonna go on is your friends. By the time your junior year hits, your friend circle is gonna be locked in. Because I know everybody always says, you won't have the same people in your circle when you were in freshman year as they are when you are now, and that's very true. But at the same time, by your junior year, people are going to trickle off. They may go in different directions, for better, for worse. But you really start to notice who's going to be your ride or die group by the time your junior year comes around. So you can simply have more fun because you could trust the people you be around. You know that they have your best interests in mind. So it's only natural that this year is going to go a lot smoother when you have people like that in your circle. Also, in your junior year, you already have 2 years underneath your belt, and so now you kind of know the game right now. Your sophomore year, you got a new perspective, like Eric said. I think he said that in between all that, muttering and everything that he was talking about before. But when you get all that experience and stuff, you do start seeing the world a little bit different. And now you see it your sophomore year, and now you're able to use it your junior year. So especially my junior year, I got into a bunch of leadership positions. And so now I know what to do because I done already, made my mistakes freshman year, like I said before. Sophomore year, I made a couple more. Well, not a couple more. I made a lot of more mistakes. And my junior year, I was able to make a lot less mistakes because I had already gone through those trials and tribulations. And even though I crossed and, that took up some time, it really didn't, the blow from what am I trying to say? The blow from basically everything that was going on at that time really didn't have as much of an effect on me because I already was grounded in my work. I was already grounded in the organizations that I was in. I had a solid foundation, so I was able to capitalize on that. And so now I want to get a little bit more from Eric's perspective on his sophomore year experience. So what kind of happened? So why wouldn't you choose your junior, Eric? I thought that your junior was chill. Didn't you have one of your 4 internships? You were living the high life, making some money on the side. What happened junior year?
It doesn't matter. That's part of my junior year. So therefore, that's
the coronavirus. I mean, that was the third. The third.
If that didn't happen, the junior year would definitely have been my best time. Like I said,
I can't.
Great academically. Was able to travel a lot. I was able to do my senior project early, turn it in, and I was really proud about that. So yeah, I would say my junior year was pretty good, but as a whole experience, I'll have to say that my sophomore year was it because when I think about my junior year, I think about the coronavirus, and then going home, dealing with that. I count that as part of my junior year, so I have to say that my junior year went from being super great and experiencing a lot of things to I'll really say it took a really sharp turn and really turned to a negative point. I think that not only for me, but I think a lot of people around the country.
Yeah, and I mean, I could see where you're coming from, but people watching this now, and then people watching this hopefully in the future, knock on wood here, I'm not, don't blame me if something happens, but they likely won't be facing nothing like we're facing right now, especially in towards the end of our junior year. So besides the fact that the coronavirus did hit, the population, how would you consider it then? So then you say it was on the right track to being your best year? By far.
Yeah, by far.
Gotcha.
Definitely.
Well, I say that that's definitely an interesting take. I just want to clarify that I think that every year of college offers a new and genuine experience. I think that you can learn something from every single year that you're going to take on for the rest of your life. But like they say in the cliche, this is going to be some of the best 4 years of your life. I want to ask that while we still have a little bit of time left. Eric, do you believe in that cliche? Is college really the best 4 years of your life?
It depends. It really depends. I would say it was for me. In high school, I didn't really go to parties like that. I worked and I stayed at home, and I played sports. So I spent a lot of time doing that. And just looking at college now, I kind of feel like the friends I had in high school, I'm either closer with them than I ever was in high school, or I'm just not. It's not. It really was, or they really was my friends. It was just like they were my friend, but it was just in that season. I feel like so everybody from high school, I feel like I have a even better relationship with, or it's just, or I have no relationship. I kind of feel college, I have a lot of great relationships, and I got a lot of memories traveling with different people, going different places, having different experiences. Doing some stuff I was supposed to, and having those memories all together. Just being able to look back at them like in the next 5-10 years to be able to laugh about it in the future.
Yeah, I definitely can see what you're saying. It definitely does depend. I think it's just what you kind of make of it. Because, of course, up to my life right now, it's definitely been some of the best 4 years of my life. Hopefully I still got a lot of good years coming up. But in terms of the friends I've made, the experience I had, I really couldn't ask for too much more. But yeah, everyone, that's about our time for this episode. Please go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and please go ahead and share. We're going to list our social media handles on the screen right now. And please come back for another episode of the PNG channel. Thank you so much.